Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly Books True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today I thought we could just look at how many missing people there have been in Wyoming in the last while. So let's just have a look at that. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this kind of video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you don't miss another upload. So I found it interesting looking into some more missing people in the Wyoming area, in Teton National Forest and all that, around this June, July, August time when Gabby Petito was initially reported missing. Now, of course, we know it's a homicide and we know it's by strangulation. But I was just thinking, seeing as Kylan and Crystal's murders are still unsolved, could there be other possibilities, right? Of course, besides Brian Laundrie. So we'll do some map time just to look at some things. But initially, I stumbled on this image right here. And this is Danelle, okay? Danelle Bennett. Here they say 44, other articles say 45 years old. Last seen by family in Cody, Wyoming, August 16th, okay? Truck found at Crystal Creek Rest Area in Bighorn County, Wyoming. I know I'm looking the wrong way here, but you guys have asked me to make sure that this is this type of view. So all personal belongings, including wallet, were left behind. Any information would be greatly appreciated. The family just wants to know she's okay. Contact Bill Messick. It's 307-272-5966. And there's some other numbers there. But when I looked into this is where it started, right? My thought process was like, So thank you to Grizzly Moonlight for sending me this story about Danelle. Then I started looking a little bit more into where exactly was that, when was it, and some reports actually say she went missing from July 16th, but they say also that her family last saw her on August 16th, so I'm not sure. It's a month apart, so now which one is it really? But they say her truck was found near Crystal Creek Resting Area, right, around August 16th, wallet and phone there. No sign of her. And now this makes me think of those other cases I was talking about, Jelani Day and Daniel Robinson, which we've also been covering, which is so weird because their trucks are found abandoned, wallet, keys, phone in the car. And it's the same with this lady. And that's some very strange stuff. So, I would hope that the FBI authorities are looking into all these cases. Of course, I'm sure they are. I'm just saying I hope that they could make a connection because there's a lot of eerie similarities. Now, I started looking at Wyoming in general. I'm from South Africa. I'm living in the Netherlands. So, I don't know too much about the stats for each different state in the United States for missing people. It just seems like an awful lot of people have gone missing in Wyoming lately or have turned up murdered. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then we looked at those interesting books of like the Moab murders and things like that. So I'm like, So I went down a little rabbit hole. Thought I'd share it with you. So this Insider article says 710 indigenous people, mostly girls, were reported missing over the past decade in Wyoming, the same state where Gabby Petito, now they say reportedly disappeared because they hadn't had the update yet then, but now they do. But 710. Damn. They say Wyoming is the 7th highest ranked state for missing people in the United States. So they say the disappearance of Gabby Petito launched a social media frenzy and non-stop media coverage since she was reported missing, possibly from the state of Wyoming, where she and who was said to be visiting Grand Teton National Park. But hundreds of cases of indigenous people reported missing in the exact same state over the past decade have not been met with the same furor. At least 710 indigenous people, mostly girls, went missing in Wyoming from 2011 until 2020, according to a January report published by the state's Missing and Murdered Indigenous People Task Force. The vast majority were 85% kids and 57% female. When they say kids, they probably mean minors under the age of 18. I don't know how young they mean by kids, but 85% are minors and 57% female. The report found that 50% of missing indigenous people are found within 1 week, while 21% remain missing for 30 days or longer. Only 11% of white people remain missing for that long, according to the report. Petito, a 22-year-old woman from New York, was reported missing on September 11th. Her family had last spoken on the phone with her on August 24th when she told them that she and you-know-who were headed to Wyoming to visit the Grand Tetons, right? So you can let me know in the comments below, why do you believe that this case received so much attention? Let me know what your thoughts are. For me, my thoughts are 2 reasons. One, she posted her life on social media, and as we saw in the Chris Watts case with, of course, Shanann Watts also posting her whole life on social media, it adds this layer to it that's like, oh my word, we can see like their life before our very eyes. Also, because the Moab police body cam footage was released, so we could see that, which was 2 weeks before she was murdered. So that was like, oh my word, it's almost like you've got that hindsight. The hindsight, that's what makes it so hectic, is because of the hindsight that we now have based on all the video footage we have to analyze all those pictures, all the videos, and then the body cam footage. So there's that. That is what I think. But then the third thing that adds to this whole story, this case, is the way that Brian has behaved and the way that his family is behaving. That is just like, what? It sounds like a friggin' plot of a movie at this point, because like, what is going on? It's not at all normal behavior. So I think that's really what adds to that. Now, that doesn't mean that any of these cases that didn't get this much exposure don't have those same, twists and turns and whats and it's just, I think there's maybe less that the public can see about them, which is why it's important to highlight them, I guess, right? So, I mean, damn, I wish I could focus on every single missing person case in the world and every single murder case, and really cover them all. But I'm only one human. So I really hope a lot of people are inspired to make their own channels and start covering some cases, because the more media, the more we can spread the information, the better. Okay, so they say Wind River is the only reservation in the state home to thousands of Shoshone and Arapaho Indians, but the report found indigenous people have been reported missing in 22 out of the state's 23 counties, making it a statewide problem. The report also looked at media coverage, finding only 30% of indigenous homicide victims made the news, compared to 51% of white victims. When the murders of indigenous people were covered, the news reports were overly graphic. Wow, compared to white people, Wyoming survey and analysis research scientist Emily Grant, who worked on the report, said, right? So, yes, that is a bit of a problem, and we do need to talk more about many other missing persons cases. So if there's anything that you think that like, damn, you really need to cover this one, please send it to me. I'd be more than happy to look into it and to do my best to cover it. Because 710 indigenous missing people in the last decade, that is... Whew. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you was this, which is the Wyoming DCI.wyo.gov, and then we'll do Maptime. Okay, so we've got... if you've got any information about Danelle, damn, please call that number there. Look more into it yourself as well. But it's so weird that just her truck was found at that resting camp. Right. Now, I wanted to show you this. I'll make myself like this smaller. Okay. So if we look at this, Wyoming missing persons. They say Wyoming law enforcement agencies are working cooperatively on unsolved missing persons cases located throughout the state of Wyoming. A brief summary of each missing person case is provided. Anyone with information regarding any of these cases is urged to contact the law enforcement agency or of jurisdiction in the Wyoming Division of Criminal Investigation. So we've got here Zachary, age 17, last seen September 21st. Here's not even a picture. Elizabeth Siegrist, age 14. We've got Darren Mark Thunhorst, age 39, last seen August 29th. August 28th. I'm just looking at all the dates as well. August 21st. It's interesting. Damn, there's so many missing people. That's like, there's absolutely no closure. No one knows where they are, where they went, what happened to them. Damn. So here you can see, this is Danelle that we just showed earlier. So here they say last seen July 16th, 2021 in Bighorn County, Wyoming. She's a white female, 5'8", 130 pounds with brown eyes and blue hair. She also goes by Danelle. So, but here they say July 16th on this official site, but according to, I don't know, Reddit and forums and Facebook and things like that, she was last seen by a family on August 16th, but I wonder if that's when her truck was found. But if you look at all these, there's so many missing people, right? I mean, it happens here in the Netherlands as well. I want to go to the map now. So I had a little look just at the map for interest's sake. This was when I started looking at the missing people, and I was just really looking at how close that was to, if we look at this point, this is where Kylan and Crystal were found murdered. Man. If Sean Paul Schulte is watching this at all, I'm inviting you to be on the show. I've been trying to reach you. If anyone has his contact details directly or the private investigator, please let me know. I don't have Facebook, so I know a lot of the Grizzlies have been contacting him through Facebook. But if any of these missing persons cases, family members want to be on my show to, use the platform to spread awareness, then you are very much invited. Please email me, grizzlybookstruecrime@gmail.com. So this is the area, this is exactly where Kylan and Crystal were found. So I wanted to see, and that was on August 18th. They were last seen alive on August 13th. So for Danelle to go missing on August 16th, I was like, well, how far is that? So it's quite far. It's pretty damn far. So I went from there. I'll tell you the exact distances in a moment. I can't see it there. So if we go there, this is where Danelle's truck was found. She's never been seen again. So now that's pretty far from Kylan and Crystal, and this was around August 16th. So if Kylan and Crystal August 13th, 14th, or 15th, or something like that, and August 16th, this happens. I also linked this spot over here is where Robert Lowry was found, even though they ruled his death a suicide. And Eagle Mountain is where Eleanor Thompson went missing, and Morgan Sessions recently as well. I believe Eleanor Thompson may have been found and was in protective custody, but I cannot find articles on that, so please let me know. It's just from you guys telling me that, but I can't see it for myself. So let me know. But yeah, if you look at this whole area, someone could be covering that. They could be covering this in a car quite easily, driving around this area. There could really be a serial killer in the area, or serial killers, a duo, a group. I don't know. I mean, we also don't know if it could be Melon Boy. I wonder. Some of the timelines don't match and some of them do. But Yes, and I put the Fairfield Inn and Suites there because it's so close to Eagle Mountain, which is the same sort of time frame as when the two girls went missing there, and this is where Gabby was staying from the 17th to the 23rd, allegedly, sometime during that time. And Brian was apparently back here on the 23rd, so that's interesting. But for this to happen on the 16th and this, oh, I'm sorry, on the between the 13th and the 18th, and this to happen on the 16th, I'm like, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting. And also let me know, do you guys, is it factual that Gabby and Brian were seen in that ice cream store? I haven't reported on it or put it on Maptime because when I'm not 100% sure of something, I'm like, I don't know. Then I'm still looking into it. There's still a lot of things that I'm deep diving. There's so much news that is broke. But as you know, this is a true crime channel. This is not a tea or drama channel. And I just feel like as much as things that have been happening are like, oh my word, Chris Laundry mows the lawn. That's more like drama, gossip column, tea stuff than actually pertaining to the case. You know what I mean? So I find that difficult to report, just like every little thing that happens. But if there's something really that's like pertinent to the case, of course I'll be reporting on it. So now I wanted to just show you how far that is from there. So from where Kylan and Crystal were found up to where Danelle's truck was found, no sign of her, is 678 miles. It says it's around an 11-hour, 39-minute drive. It might take a bit longer, I don't know, because of the terrain and things like that. But yeah, I mean, that's totally possible to, let's say on the 14th, maybe something happens here, and then on the 16th over here. And yeah, if you want to know how far Spread Creek is from there, I mean, Spread Creek from there is 239 miles. So it's all very reachable by car. So yes, let me know what you think about that. And then one other thing I want to show you here quickly is the missing people in my area. Because some of you ask, do I look at that as well? Well, hell yeah, I do. Of course I do. I do have that PTSD, so I'm very worried always about what goes on in the area. I'm always checking the news in the area. The Netherlands is just such a safe country that you just don't see too much murder happening here, but you definitely see crime. So if we look at this one, this is politie.nl, so it's police in the Netherlands. And let me make it bigger for you. So here they say wanted and missing. Yes, we accept the cookies. So I've translated it to English now. Wanted and missing. Sought, arson of empty houses, missing. So if we look at the missing here, here's Gabriel van der Croft, 23 years, missing since 25th of September. Renee Terhoeven, David Molly, Renier, you see, and then there's wanted persons, missing children, all the missing children. I mean, damn, we can open that. Missing adults, unidentified persons, and they don't hold back here. So I'm going to give you a trigger warning right now in case I click on this, okay? In the Netherlands, they don't hold back on what pictures they share here, okay? All right, so missing adults. I mean, that's quite a bit, but there's here one in September. This is September. This is July. This is January, March, April, May. So you can see it's not like lots and lots, but they are missing people. I mean, this lady I've seen here for so long, 29th of the 8th, 2020. You see, these are 2020, 2020. So who knows? You can see all of these people. Damn. That scares me quite a bit. So let's look at this. This is missing children. 25th of the 6th, 2020. We've got this guy here, 18. Also same sort of time. So yes, these are all of these cases. That's scary. So you can see there's 3 pages total. So this is from 2000. Damn, 24 years. Sure. All these missing children. Ever since 2004. I mean, just never, no answers. And that makes me worried because the police are always telling me, because I do call them, that it's very safe here and I shouldn't feel worried. And they actually recommend like PTSD therapy because I'm very concerned about all these missing people. And I'm like, how safe is it really? Because I go for walks in the forest and around the area and I just feel like so much anxiety. And they just keep telling me the country here, it's very safe, very safe. But I'm like, what about all these missing people? What's going on here? Right? So unidentified persons. This is where, trigger warning, I'm telling you, they show the exact pictures of, see, identity of deceased woman. They will literally put the pictures of the deceased on here. Yes. So here they say this image can be shocking, click to view. So I won't do that in case someone is super triggered by it. But there's a lot of stuff going on here. Damn. So yes, I do look at this. I look into this. And that I almost see because this is my home. It's where I live. It's my personal life. So I care about all these missing people. And I'm definitely always looking for clues or things or trying to remember clues, faces, things. And if I see anything or know anything, of course, I call the police. Yes. Damn. So there's all of that. Okay. So make myself a little bit bigger. Okay. So thank you so much for watching. I know that was a slightly random video, but very important nonetheless. There's a lot of missing people in the world. There's a lot of murdered people in the world. And I think a lot of people in general, I don't know what percentage of humanity is into true crime. And when I say into, I mean concerned about. Concerns themselves with cases and true crime. It just is a part of our reality in society. And that's what makes it scary. Some people don't want to accept that and don't want to look at it. And then some of us get sucked right into it, right? I don't know. Do we all have trauma in common? You know? Have we all seen evil in our lives, in our childhoods or whatever, and now we want to somehow fight for justice, you know, in some way, spread the information that we can? Maybe. Maybe we're all connected in that way. And that is what makes this community so great. So thank you to all of you who are part of the Grizzlies, who are subscribed. Thank you to everyone who supports this channel and the work that I do. Yeah, I work very hard at this because I'm very, very passionate about it. And I do my level best to present the information to you in a very respectful and empathic way that can also stick to the facts and spread information. This channel I will not update you on every little thing going on in, for instance, the laundry home. It's got nothing really to do with the crime. Yes, their behavior is questionable. I like that people are continuing to put some pressure on them, you know, but I just think it might not also be conducive to the case because let's say the protesters outside of the laundry home, I think that eventually the dad could crack, but by crack it means punch someone in the face. And then people say, you see, he's also someone who's got the DV thing going on. However, I don't think he'll crack and start talking. Do you think he's going to crack and be like, okay, fine. Come on out, Brian. Here's my son. Like, he's not going to do that. So I think he's keeping his cool as much as he can. Of course, removing signs. He's angry and all of that. Yes, he mowed the lawn. Yes, he filled a gas can. Yes, he took the protesters' signs. But like, yes, we can watch that. But I don't think it helps the case to report on that. We're just causing chaos. You know what I mean? So yes. I just hope more than anything that Brian Laundrie will be found alive at some point. You know, I either believe he's closer to home than we think or out of the country. And now after speaking to Jerry Williams, a former FBI special agent, she gave me a lot of comfort. I hope she gave you a lot of comfort too in what the FBI actually does and what they're actually very likely working on. And in my mind, now, I think he could be out the country, yes. Mexico is seeming very likely, or Cuba, or Haiti, or the Bahamas, or something like that. And they're working on a case to, is the right word, extradite him, to get him back into the country, to arrest him, working with other authorities to do that. That is what I think the likely option is now. Why they're in the reserve so much, I don't know. I still think it was or is to look for evidence and maybe other people hiding out there or something. It's interesting. Why did the laundry dad go out there for a day? I don't know. So, but I have a lot of comfort now knowing, I could assume, but now speaking to a former FBI special agent was so nice to know, okay, like they really do have all that technology and all the resources. And yes, they look into social media, they look into the cell phone tower pings, they look into everything, you know, the phone records, the call records, the car tracking, everything. They're looking into everything. What we can report here as YouTubers and as the public, that we all talk amongst ourselves, right, is because of the uncertainty. We want certainty, we want justice, we want closure, right? It's like this unsolved puzzle. Like, what is that? How do we make sense of this, right? So all we can do is report on what we know, what's available publicly, but I am confident that what we don't know that's public is definitely to build a big case. And I definitely do think at this point that he's alive, especially based on the attorney saying he's representing him. That to me is like, okay, you're representing him because he's still alive. So, but yes, that is that. I look forward to covering many more cases going forward, you know, shining light where light really needs to be shone. And just continuing to, I mean, most of you are also here for entertainment. So to entertain you with cases that I cover, that we can learn something from or talk about together, I look forward to that. So thank you so much for watching. Let me quickly do this. I might be showing the mod slide. So thank you again to all my mods. You guys are amazing. Thank you again to Josh Larkins for this amazing fan art. I love it so much. And for everyone who's bought the merch and is showing it off, I really appreciate it. We got mail in the merch as well. And here is the Let It Be Justice for Gabby merch line. All proceeds are going to be donated to the Gabby Petito Foundation, as well as, of course, the Melon Boy merch. All the proceeds from the merch from now until the 31st of October, all of that will tally it up and immediately make the transfer to the Gabby Petito Foundation. November. On like the 1st of November. From there, I can obviously extract the funds and then donate it. So in the first week of November. And then from then on, this range of merch and the Melon Boy merch will always be raising funds for the Gabby Petito Foundation, which will shine light on many missing persons cases. So that is always going to stand there. Thank you to Panna Puma for making this wonderful art, this beautiful butterfly, Let It Be. The little butterfly here is also one of the new emojis for the members. If you want to be a member, it's only $1.99 per month. If you just want to use the emojis and have members only polls and things like that. If you want some extra videos and get to know me a little bit better, things like that, that would be the Superstar Grizzlies at $4.99 a month. But this butterfly is one of the new emojis as well. So feel free to use that in all the live stream chats and in your comments and things like that. Thank you so much for all your support. And what else have we got here? Yeah, we got Carve It Up. We got Panna Puma, the artist of that merch. Thank you so much. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you enjoyed Maptime. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And really, thank you so much for all your amazing comments. I mean, the love and support it's overwhelming. It's very nice. I've actually been, you know, working on really absorbing that, like really accepting all the love and support, which is amazing. I could have never guessed it. So I really appreciate you, and thank you for all the scented candles, for the PayPals, just for everything, for all the ways that you support me, for liking this video, for subscribing. And I look forward to many more things ahead with you. I will see you soon.